It's 1969. The summer sun spills golden light over the quiet neighborhood. A man named Jack Turner sits at his small kitchen table, sipping on a fresh cup of coffee. The smell of freshly brewed coffee mingles with the distant sound of a passing car engine. Jack's eyes wander to the window, where he watches the car roll down the street. A sleek, shiny Ford Mustang, the kind of car he's been dreaming about for months. He's been saving for years, a few dollars tucked away every week from his job at the local factory. He finishes his coffee, folds the morning newspaper, and grabs his keys from the counter. Today's the day. He's going to buy himself a brand new car. Jack walks towards the building, and there it is, a gleaming showroom with cars lined up in rows, each one more beautiful than the next. The glass windows reflect the sunlight, casting a bright glow over the shiny metal curves of the cars inside. He takes a moment to admire the rows of new models, the chrome detailing catching his eye.
Suddenly, a salesman appears, greeting Jack with a friendly smile and an outstretched hand. "Good afternoon, sir. Looking for something special today?" Yeah, I am. "I'm looking to buy my first new car." The salesman gestures towards a line of cars, each one shinier than the last. "Well, you've come to the right place. This here is the 1969 Ford Mustang. Let me show you around. It's got a 5.7-liter V8 engine under the hood, powerful and stylish, a real head-turner on the road. That red car out front, it's exactly what I've been dreaming of. Ah, she's a beauty. You've got good taste, $3,000, and she's yours." Jack's smile fades a little. He's been saving every extra penny he can for a long time, but $3,000 is steep. He shifts his weight, feeling a bit of nervousness settle in. "I've been saving, but I only have $1,200 right now." "Well, we don't do financing here." "Maybe check with the bank for a loan?" Jack sighs, the hope fading from his eyes. "I've already tried. They turned me down because I'm still building credit." "In that case, keep saving, my friend. Good things come to those who wait." In the 1960s, cash was king. Without enough money or a solid credit history, big purchases were out of reach. Dreams like Jack's often had to wait for years.
It's 2024, and there's Michael, who is looking to buy a car. Michael enters a modern car dealership, surrounded by sleek electric cars. The futuristic vibe of the showroom is enhanced by touchscreen kiosks and digital displays. A salesman approaches him with a welcoming demeanor and asks if he is looking for something specific. Michael's attention is drawn to an electric SUV. He mentions that the car is perfect, but expresses concern about its $40,000 price tag. "I cannot afford it right now." The salesman, smiling, assures him that he doesn't need to pay the full amount up front. He introduces the concept of buy now, pay later. Michael has never heard of it before. He admits to having seen it online, but he never fully understood how it works. The salesman says, Michael can take the car home today and pay for it in smaller, manageable installments over time. Excited, Michael asks if this means he can drive the car home today without needing $40,000 in his bank account. The salesman says yes, and invites Michael to review the details. Michael says, "Can you tell me more about Buy Now, Pay Later?" Buy Now, Pay Later, BNPL, is a payment option that allows people to purchase something immediately and delay paying the full amount. Instead of paying the entire price up front, you split the cost into smaller scheduled payments over a period of time. This makes it easier to afford expensive items without having to save for months or use a credit card. Buy Now, Pay Later allows customers to purchase items immediately and defer the payment by breaking it into smaller, manageable installments. This payment method has gained immense popularity due to its flexibility and convenience. One of the biggest perks of Buy Now, Pay Later is the ability to access items instantly without waiting to save up. Customers can take their purchases home on the same day, fulfilling their needs or desires without delay. Another significant benefit is that many buy now, pay later plans offer interest-free periods, making them a cost-effective alternative to traditional loans or credit cards, provided the payments are made on time.
For example, let's say you want to buy a smartphone that costs $1,000, but you don't have that much cash on hand. With BNPL, you might only pay $250 today and spread the remaining $750 over 3 monthly payments of $250 each. Some plans might even offer interest-free payments if you pay on time. So the total cost would remain $1,000. This means you can take the smartphone home immediately and pay it off in smaller amounts. PL works? Choose BNPL at checkout. When shopping online or in-store, you'll see BNPL options like Klarna, Afterpay, or Affirm listed as a payment method. You select it instead of paying the full price upfront. Pay a portion now. You'll usually pay a small portion of the total cost, e.g. 25% at the time of purchase. Divide the rest into payments. The remaining amount is broken into equal payments, typically weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly, depending on the plan. Some BNPL providers charge interest or late fees, while others don't, as long as payments are made on time. This flexibility has made BNPL especially popular for buying items like clothing, electronics, and even larger purchases like furniture or cars. For example, buying clothes online. Imagine Sarah is shopping for winter clothes online. She finds a jacket she loves for $200 but doesn't want to spend that much at once. The website offers BNPL through Afterpay. Sarah chooses this option, paying $50 at checkout, and agrees to pay $50 every 2 weeks for the next 6 weeks. By the end, Sarah has paid the full $200, but she was able to spread the cost over time without stressing her budget. Another example, larger purchases like a car. Michael is interested in buying a $40,000 car, but doesn't have the full amount saved. Instead of waiting for years, the car dealership offers a BNPL plan through a provider. He pays $5,000 up front and agrees to split the remaining $35,000 into monthly installments of $583 for 5 years. This allows Michael to drive the car home right away, even though he didn't have the full $40,000 at the time. Why people like buy now, pay later? BNPL is popular because it makes buying things more accessible. It's appealing for people who don't have large amounts of money saved or prefer to manage their finances in smaller chunks. Some key benefits include no waiting. You get the item right away instead of waiting to save up. Interest-free options. Many providers don't charge interest if payments are on time, unlike credit cards. Easier approval. You don't need a perfect credit score to use BNPL, which is a big advantage for those who might struggle to get loans or credit cards. Advantages of buy now, pay later include instant purchases. With reduced upfront costs, consumers can buy what they need without delay. Interest-free payment plans. Many BNPL providers offer interest-free installment options, lowering the financial burden for consumers. No credit check approval. Many services do not require a credit check, making BNPL accessible to those with limited or no credit history. Flexible payment schedules. Consumers can tailor installment plans to fit their budget, making it convenient for their financial planning. Additionally, BNPL usually requires no hard credit checks, meaning people with bad credit histories can still access this option, making it an inclusive and appealing choice for many. No upfront pressure. Since BNPL spreads out the cost, you don't have to feel overwhelmed by paying the full amount upfront. This is especially helpful for big-ticket items like electronics, appliances, or even medical bills. Encourages budgeting. BNPL can encourage disciplined budgeting since you know exactly how much you need to pay and when. Unlike credit cards with variable payments, BNPL offers clear, predictable installment amounts. Example: Tom plans to buy a $500 gaming console. Using BNPL, he splits the cost into 5 monthly payments of $100. This predictable payment schedule helps him manage his budget while enjoying his purchase. Why people love BNPL. BNPL works so well for many people because it allows them to buy what they need or want without the stress of paying everything at once. Whether it's an essential item like a home appliance or a luxury purchase like a vacation, BNPL makes shopping more accessible and affordable in the short term. However, it's important to remember that BNPL requires responsible usage. Paying on time is crucial to avoid penalties or debt piling up. Used wisely, BNPL can be a powerful tool for financial flexibility.
So listening to the salesman about BNPL, Michael decides to purchase the new electric SUV. And he drives his car home, joyful and content. At first, Michael is thrilled with his new car. Thanks to Buy Now, Pay Later, he was able to drive it home without paying the full $40,000 up front. For the first few weeks, he sticks to the monthly payment plan of $500, feeling confident in his ability to manage it. However, life takes an unexpected turn. Michael's work hours are reduced, and his monthly income decreases. Suddenly, $500 a month becomes a challenge, and he starts falling behind on payments. He misses a due date, and the BNPL provider adds a late fee of $50. By the next month, his missed payment rolls over, increasing the amount he owes to $1,050. Over time, these penalties keep growing. What started as a manageable payment plan now feels overwhelming. Michael finds himself juggling multiple bills, and the stress starts to affect his daily life. His credit score also drops due to the missed payments, making it harder for him to access future loans or financial support. While BNPL initially seemed like the perfect solution, Michael realizes that not fully understanding the financial commitment and the risks involved has led to serious problems. Michael gets a reality check, with a pile of debt sitting on his shoulder. He decides to go back to the car showroom and meets the same salesman again, explaining his situation. The salesman responds, "Without proper planning and discipline, BNPL can lead to unmanageable debt. Hidden fees and high interest rates are often applied when payments are late, creating a cycle of financial hardship. The very convenience that makes BNPL attractive can also lead to impulsive spending, leaving individuals overwhelmed by multiple payment plans." The downside of BNPL. Initially, BNPL seems like the perfect solution for making purchases without immediate financial strain. However, it comes with its own set of challenges and risks. As Michael begins using BNPL, he enjoys his new car at first. But soon, missed payments and late fees begin to accumulate, causing significant stress. Overdue notifications start flooding his inbox, and he realizes that a $500 monthly payment has now ballooned to $750 due to penalties. His debt piles up quickly, making it difficult to manage other financial obligations. As a result, his credit score takes a major hit, further complicating his financial future.
Michael realizes he has underestimated other costs, such as car insurance, fuel, and maintenance. The extra expenses start piling up, leaving him overwhelmed. Worse still, as late payments continue, his credit score drops, making it difficult for him to get financial assistance or refinance his debt. What started as an exciting purchase has now become a burden. Michael learns the hard way that while BNPL makes purchases easier, it also requires careful planning and financial discipline. Disadvantages of Buy Now, Pay Later BNPL. While Buy Now, Pay Later offers many benefits, it also has its downsides, especially when not used carefully. Late fees and penalties. If you miss a payment, BNPL providers often charge late fees or penalties. These fees can quickly add up, making your purchase much more expensive than you originally planned. For example, Michael's car payment plan charged him a $50 late fee for missing a deadline. Over a few months, these fees grew to hundreds of dollars, turning his $500 monthly payment into an unmanageable expense. Easy to overspend. BNPL makes it tempting to buy things you can't actually afford. Since you're only paying a small amount up front, it's easy to make impulsive purchases without thinking about the total cost or your ability to repay. Example: Sarah uses BNPL to buy multiple items during a holiday sale. While each purchase seems small, the total adds up to $1,000. When the payment installments start overlapping, she struggles to keep up. 3. High interest rates on late payments. While many BNPL plans are interest-free, if payments are on time, missing even one payment can trigger high interest rates. Over time, you could end up paying much more than the original cost of the item. Example: Tom misses 2 payments on his $1,000 furniture plan. As a result, the provider applies a 20% annual interest rate on the remaining balance, significantly increasing what he owes and creating a burden on her finances. Debt can add up quickly. Using BNPL for multiple purchases can lead to a pile of overlapping payment plans. This makes it hard to track how much you owe, potentially leading to financial trouble. Example: Lisa uses BNPL for a fridge, a TV, and a smartphone. Each has a separate payment plan totaling $400 per month. When unexpected expenses arise, Lisa finds it impossible to manage all the payments and falls into debt. Risk to credit score. If you miss payments, your credit score could take a hit. Many buy now, pay later providers report missed payments to credit bureaus, which can damage your financial reputation and make it harder to get loans in the future. Example: David misses several BNPL payments due to unforeseen expenses. Later, when he tries to apply for a car loan, he discovers his credit score has dropped, making it difficult to qualify. While BNPL can be a helpful tool, it's essential to be aware of these risks and use it responsibly. How to use Buy Now, Pay Later wisely. While BNPL offers undeniable benefits, it is crucial to use it responsibly to avoid falling into financial trouble. The key to wise usage starts with careful budgeting. Individuals should only commit to BNPL plans if they are certain they can afford the installments within their monthly expenses. It is equally important to limit the use of BNPL to essential purchases rather than indulgent or impulsive buys. Understanding the terms and conditions of the agreement is critical as well. Being aware of potential fees, interest rates, and payment schedules helps prevent unpleasant surprises. Setting reminders for due dates or automating payments is a simple yet effective way to avoid missed deadlines and penalties. Additionally, users should ensure they have an emergency fund or stable income to cover payments in case of unforeseen financial difficulties. By approaching BNPL with a clear plan and cautious mindset, individuals can enjoy its advantages while avoiding its pitfalls. With smart spending and financial discipline, BNPL can be a valuable tool rather than a burden. Things to watch out for. BNPL is not free money. If you miss payments or fail to pay off the installments, you could face late fees, interest charges, or even damage to your credit score. BNPL is helpful when used responsibly, but it's essential to plan and budget before committing to any payment plan. Only buy what you can afford. Before using BNPL, ask yourself if you could afford the full payment up front. If the answer is no, reconsider the purchase. BNPL is not free money, it's a delayed payment, and you still need to ensure you have enough income to cover future installments. Stick to a budget. Use BNPL only when you've factored the payments into your monthly budget. Treat the installment as a fixed expense, just like rent or utilities, to avoid overspending.
Prioritize interest-free plans. Look for buy now, pay later options that don't charge interest or fees. Make sure you pay on time to avoid triggering any additional costs, which can make your purchase more expensive than it needs to be. Avoid using BNPL for essentials. It's better to use BNPL for one-off purchases or luxury items rather than essentials like groceries or rent. Relying on BNPL for everyday expenses can lead to a cycle of debt. Limit the number of plans. Don't juggle multiple BNPL plans at once. It's easy to lose track of payments, leading to missed deadlines and financial strain. Stick to 1 or 2 plans at a time and clear those before taking on more. Conclusion: Buy now, pay later is a convenient and flexible payment option that has made shopping more accessible for many people. However, it's not without its risks. By understanding how it works, recognizing its advantages and disadvantages, and using it wisely, you can make informed financial decisions that work in your favor. Ultimately, BNPL should be treated as a tool, not a habit. It's there to make life easier, not to create unnecessary debt. The key is to stay disciplined, know your limits, and use BNPL sparingly for planned, manageable purchases. This way, you can enjoy the benefits while avoiding the potential pitfalls. Stay successful. Thank you.